Bath and West Wiltshire's Radio Bath.
So welcome along, it's Richard Beauvoisin here until midday. On a story to tell, I've got the lovely Jol Rose, and we're going to be doing a live lounge. Good morning, Joel.
Hello, Richard. How are you today?
I'm very, very well. How is life?
Yeah, you know, it's ticking along.
It is ticking along. We're nearly at Christmas time. Are you ready for Christmas yet?
If I'm honest, I haven't really given it much thought. It's like everything in my life, it's a roller coaster, suddenly approaching last minute thinking, oh, where did that come from? So I don't have a huge amount of presents to buy and stuff to prepare, so I'm fine with it.
So you're all good. Now,
Yeah.
Joel is so much of a rock and roll person that he's even got his harmonica just resting around his neck.
I'm ready.
Ready
to
to
go
go.
live.
Gives a little blast on the harmonica. Just like that. There we go. So we got that coming up. You're going to do 4 tracks for us today, Joel, aren't you?
I am indeed.
Amazing. So what type of music are you then?
So I've been feeling that I fit into a genre that it's fairly new, but it's called Americana. So it's I guess it's the modern version of country music, is blues, folk, country, kind of wrapped in together. You know, it's a growing scene, I would say. I haven't actually cracked the British Americana scene. I don't think I'm country enough, but you and your viewers will be able to decide that shortly.
We will have a little listen a bit later on, won't we? And I say you're going to do four tracks with us. I was having a look. There's not that many people that play harmonica these days either, is there?
Well, I didn't know that. I mean, I am aware that obviously I'm a huge Bob Dylan fan.
I might have guessed.
Yeah, and so he got the whole harmonica on a strap playing guitar from Woody Guthrie. He was a massive Woody Guthrie fan. And so, yeah, it's passing down. So I guess as soon as you see a guy with an acoustic guitar and a harmonica around his neck, you think, oh, he's been listening to Bob Dylan. I don't know. There's definitely in the blues scene, there's what I will call proper harmonica players who can really do stuff with their harps. I guess, I don't know if you know the story about these harmonicas, but you'll see.
I'll be honest, I don't.
I'd change. Basically, they are what they call blues harps, and each harmonica is set in a single key. So it does mean as you change songs, if your song's a different key, you need to change harmonicas. So That's why I've got this box of half a dozen harmonicas here, because... but it does mean that because your harmonica is in the key of your song, you can't play a wrong note. So actually, it's a lot easier than people think.
Oh, okay, so whatever you play is going to be correct.
Let's hope so. As long as I don't. The only thing is sometimes if I put the wrong harmonica in for the key I'm playing, which then you'll notice it's a very short harmonica solo. It'll
be very, very quick. So what kind of got you started into all of this then?
Yeah, I was thinking about that recently. When I was a little kid, I had a fair amount of time on my own, and I used to listen to a lot of radio, a lot of music on the radio. I had this little blue plastic. It was quite some time ago, a little blue plastic medium wave AM radio, and I'd be listening to Radio 1 and all the pop songs and singing them away and singing along. And at some point, I started to see myself performing them, in my head. And I was quite young when I dreamed of playing a saxophone. And I don't know if you remember Baker Street, Jerry Rafferty doing Baker Street, and that sax solo. And I kind of thought, that's what I want to do. But I also wanted to play guitar and sing as well. So I did try saxophone for a while. That didn't work out. But at some point, a friend had a guitar and showed me a few chords, and that was the beginning, really.
Okay, and how long ago was that then, Joel?
Well, I was 16 then, and I'm quite a lot older now.
A couple of years older than that now.
Yeah.
Likewise. I celebrate, is the word celebrate? I was chatting to somebody yesterday about that they had turned 50 recently, and they said, I hated it, and I turned 50 next year myself. And I was looking at it going, how am I going to feel? Because at that point, theoretically, I should be grown up. And I don't feel grown up yet.
Yeah, I wish I was 50 again, let me put it like that. But when you're facing 60, it's even more serious. And that whole question about growing up, I find it very difficult.
Yeah. I'm definitely not grown up yet, that's for sure. So you write your own stuff then. What's kind of your process? Do you write like the guitar chords first, or the lyrics, or the song? What's kind of your process?
So my favourite way, or the way that happens most often, is I'll just be strumming along and randomly singing words out of the subconscious, which basically to use them to find a melody. I guess I find a kind of chord sequence that comes from somewhere, and I guess then if I find some melody that fits it, then it comes from there. So it tends to be pretty random. I have occasionally written words, written lyrics, and then tried to build a song around them. But I find that harder.
It is really hard. And I had the lovely Jace Delaney on recently, who's a poet, and a fabulous poet. If you want to listen back to that, Life Off the Stage is the name of the podcast, if you want to listen back to that. And he's very kindly sent me over some song lyrics, which he's done. And I've had a go at doing a tune to it, and I've kind of got something there. Haven't quite mastered it yet, but I've had to change some stuff, because kind of in your head you go, that doesn't quite fit, and he's very kindly given me the license to play around.
So are you a songwriter then?
I am a songwriter as well, for my sins, yes.
Okay, I did not know that.
Yeah.
And so you write the music and the lyrics as well?
Yeah, normally. Yeah, I like doing poetry too. It's one of my other things that I like doing. So.
All right, so we should have... You play guitar? Or
I do play guitar.
Well, you could have jammed with me in our live round. That would have been the thing.
Do you know what? We'll have you back and we'll do that. I had the lovely Sorrel in here. She was my first ever live lounge.
Right.
Sorrel Pitt. She's a dancer as well. And surprisingly, I know Joel from dancing. What's the chances of that? And she was quite nervous, so she asked me to join in with her playing her tracks. And it was very strange, because I was here and we did it live as well. And I said, and here today on Radio Bath, here is Sorrel Pitts. Literally picked up my guitar, played along with her, put the guitar down. Well done, Sorrel. So it was very bizarre.
I mean, to me, music is... What I love about music is the improvisation, the spontaneity. And even the songs that I know and I've written, I play, they're different each time I play them.
Yeah.
And it makes it difficult. Often when I play live, I play with an amazing fiddle player from Swindon called Rachel Birkin. And luckily she's professional, trained at the Royal College of Music, as well as having an understanding of all the whole folk and country stuff. But, it needs someone like that, because the songs that we've rehearsed, I'll change them here and there. And I don't do it, I'm just doing it because I want to keep it interesting, and I'm seeing what happens as the song progresses. So what you talked about, what you did with Sorrow, I mean, I totally think that's great. So next time we'll definitely do it.
Absolutely. No, I will bring my guitar in. I am what I would call average on the guitar. I'm okay. But there's always going to be a billion players much better than me. So, but I can jam along with people.
Exactly. That's exactly. I mean, in terms of the interesting thing, that you were saying about, I don't particularly like writing my own lyrics and then finding a song to it. But if someone else gave me lyrics, and said, can you make a song to it? I'd kind of take that as a challenge. I kind of don't mind that idea. And lately, I've been working with a friend of mine. I lived in Germany for 10 years, and a friend of mine I met on the music scene there. His band is called Death in Rome. They're what they call neo-folk, and it's an interesting genre, because folk, you think it's something to do with modern folk music. It's nothing to do with folk music. It's a very dark, sort of post-goth type of sound. But I've been writing lyrics for him, and it's really interesting to see what he does with my lyrics and turn them into these dark, brooding sounds.
Well, I will literally want to listen to that. Now, if anybody does want to listen to any of your music, how do they get hold of it?
The best place is the website, which is jolrose.com. Now, Jol is Jol, just the 3 letters without the E, jolrose.com. And at the bottom of the webpage, you got links to Spotify and SoundCloud, that whole capoodles.
And all of that type of stuff. And if they want to see you live, are you playing anywhere soon?
Well, the last gig this year is going to be this coming Sunday
in the Ashford Club in Swindon. It's an afternoon gig. It's 4 to 5:30. If you haven't been to the Ashford Club in Swindon, it's highly recommended. It's kind of throws you back to the days of the working men's clubs, although it is, mixed genders. I don't know how recently. Cheapest drinks in town, and you'll always end up having had a conversation or two with people who you may or may not agree with. But it's a rather interesting place for an afternoon Sunday gig. So that'll be my closing gig this year, and next year. Yeah, you mentioned I'm playing in the Pump
in
Trowbridge, which I love, that place down there. And I think it's January. I'm playing at the Bradford-on-Avon, the Bradford
at the Roots Festival.
Yeah.
I saw that as well. I've been to the Roots Festival many times. An amazing experience, actually. I've performed there myself as a dancer, so that was really interesting. But the Pump, for those that don't know the Village Pump in Trowbridge, it's on the Tesco roundabout, as it's often known by the yokels, and it's behind the Lamb Pub, and it's this tiny little venue, incredibly atmospheric, tiny little stage, but a brilliant place to play. Have you ever played there before?
Yeah, I have. It's got a circle as well, so it's like an upper level, so you can go and it's got about 6 seats up there.
No, there's more than that.
Is there?
Yeah. So from where you can see, you can just see kind of the bar bit or the kind of the bit that goes along. But they've got about 36 cinema seats that go up in a slope. So yeah, the whole venue holds about 100 people in total.
I never would have guessed that. Yeah,
squidged in. But, well, we're going to have a little break for some music. When we come back, we're going to hear the first of Jol's tracks. He's going to do 4 tracks for us today. So that'll be coming up right after this.
Across Bath, Chippenham and Melksham, this is Radio Bath.
So welcome back. It's Richard Beauvoisin here until midday today. We're ready for Jol's first track. So Jol, tell us the name of this track and what's it all about.
Well, the track is called Till Morning, and yeah, it's one again that came spontaneously out of my subconscious. I think it's about relationships. It's about losing someone and trying to reconnect them again. Just as a side issue, it was one that it's on the last album I did, Peace, Love, Americana. It nearly didn't make that album because it was quite a rough version I had of it, and I threw it on there. And it's actually the most popular one in terms of listens to on YouTube.
Oh,
so
amazing.
Yeah.
Well, here today on Radio Bath is Jol Rose.
Say goodbye in the evening, wave goodbye from the shore. I've been waiting till morning as my dreams all fall to the floor. In the light, I can't see you. Will you answer your name? There's a bright light up ahead now. How many times must we play this game? Send you one more goodbye now, for I know you're on your way. It's a hard trail we travel from tomorrow back into yesterday. There you'll be in the morning, there you'll call when you go. There we'll stand without shaking, without warning. I will see you in the lights of an old rodeo. There you'll come when you're needed. You always could read my mind.
Sing your songs of salvation in the ruins of all we left behind. I'll be waiting till morning one more time. So say goodbye in the evening. Wave goodbye from the shore. I've been waiting till morning as my dreams all fall to the floor.
Sounding absolutely amazing. Now, there's Jol Rose here on Radio Bath with your first track. We'll be back with the second track right after this.
This is Radio Bath.
So it's time for track 2 now on Radio Bath. This is Jol Rose. Joel, tell me what track 2 is.
It's hard not to smile when you give me these introductions, man. Thank you, Rich. It's a pleasure. This is the Bangalore Boogie.
All right.
Yeah, it was, the initial idea was written on a train. It wasn't actually the Bangalore, it was Mangalore. But Mangalore Boogie didn't quite have the capture, the kind of the I don't know, the little sound to it. So anyway, it's the Bangalore Boogie. On this train, and there's a lot of train rides if you travel around India, I guess I came up with a chorus bit, which is, you can boogie to the left, boogie to the right, boogie up and down now with all your might. But it kind of stayed there until a few years ago when it got finished off. And it made onto my second album, which was my lockdown album, which every musician seems to have done.
Absolutely.
The album was called Welcome to Zombie Land. The zombies, seem to have, gone into the background at the moment. But anyway, I got an amazing local pianist in Swindon, John Bucket, to play the boogie piano on the album version. But this is the acoustic version.
Amazing. Here on Radio Bath, it's Jol Rose.
Well, you can tell like a rocket on the Mamba Express, and jumble with your pocket to some Mary Celeste, and juggle with each daydream to some terminal disease. Fight to live for truth while they knock you to your knees. Figure with the glory, struggle with the pain. Wanna watch stories just new, speak once again, come on. When you'll feel the floor, you do the Bangalore Boogie till you can't boogie no more. You can't boogie to the left, boogie to the right, boogie up and down and with all your might, come on. When your feet hit the floor, you do the Bangalore Boogie till you just can't boogie no more. Let's do it to the boogie. You get 'em boogie to the left, boogie to the right, boogie up and down now with all your might, come on. Where your feet hit the floor, you do the Bangalore Boogie till you can't boogie no more. You can take it on a fast train all the way to Mangalore, steaming through the shanties and leaning at the door, screaming at little kids whose eyes are wet with doubt. Bangle it another time as you try to work it out. Figure it might be easier to buy another round, buying, spinning, fleeing as we fly from town to town. Come on, when your feet hit the floor, you do the Bangalore Boogie till you can't boogie no more. You can boogie to the left, boogie to the right, boogie up and down and with all your might, come on. When your feet hit the floor, you You do the bungalow boogie till you just can't boogie no more. Come on, boogie one more time, come on. Up and down and with all your might, come on. When your feet hit the floor, you do the Bangalore boogie till you can't boogie no more. You do the Bangalore boogie till you just can't boogie no more. You do the Bangalore boogie till you can't boogie no more.
Absolutely incredible. Now, the downside is that this is radio, Joel, and your performance then was just so good. I just sat here enjoying every single second of that. You lost yourself then, didn't you?
I couldn't open my eyes to look at you because I was focusing for some reason.
Oh, absolutely loved it. So that's track 2 from Joel. We've got 3 and 4 to go yet. Can't wait. Back after this.
Radio Bath.
We're on to track 3 then with the lovely Jol Rose here on Radio Bath. It's Richard Beauvoisin here until midday today. Joel, tell us about track number 3.
Track number 3, thank you, Richard. It's called Thread to Heaven. There's another one from the Welcome to Zombieland, the Lockdown album. And you've said to me already that this is a very clean, pure radio station. We certainly can't allow swearing to go on. Not at all. But when I introduce this song live, I'm going to edit it while I tell you now.
Do.
But the song is about how messed up this world can get, or has got at times recently. And the final line of the song is, "We've lost the thread to heaven and the world's gone mad."
Lovely. Here on Radio Bath, it's Jol Rose.
Well, you take my hand, we're standing here, still staring out to sea. You say you want to find some meaning in this insanity, but there's noise above and noise below and rumble everywhere. And the more I try and stumble, the less I seem to care. I say there's no sense and there's no truth, all these telltale signs confound, and the cindered flakes and newsprint scattered all around. You say don't be such a pessimist, and you smile like you don't know. We're stronger than all that you said, and we've still a way to go. Outside your window, outside your door, many moons have left their traces on dreamers as they dream. Still we strive for more. Well, I'm tired for sure. I can scarcely keep my eyelids from my toes. And with every angry rock I hurl, my weariness grows. I see darkness round every bend. You smile and shake your head. You say goodness conquers evil. They're the words the prophet said. Well, I burned my clothes along the way. I've traveled many lanes. Some treat me like a stranger. Some say I'm to blame. Well, I've heard their twisted sagas, and don't it make you sad? We've lost the thread to heaven, and the world's gone mad. Outside your window, outside your door, many moons have left their traces on dreamers as we dream. Still we strive for more. Still we strive for more and more and more together. Still we strive for more.
Sounding brilliant again, Joel. That was a gorgeous track. I could feel the emotion as you were doing it.
Yeah, it's I feel it, man. I feel it.
Yeah, no, absolutely shows. Absolutely brilliant. You're going to be coming back with your cover track very, very shortly. Back right after this.
Across Bath, Westbury and Warminster, this is Radio Bath.
So it's cover track time now. It's Richard Beauvoisin here until midday. Jol Rose is here on a story to tell. It's live lounge day today. Joel, tell us about your cover track and why you chose this one.
So I'm going to do you a song by a fabulous singer-songwriter whose name is John Prine. I won't embarrass you in public by saying when I mentioned this earlier, you said...
Well, you can say it. I don't mind. I really don't. So you mentioned John Prine.
Correct.
And I said, I've never heard of him. And I still haven't heard of him. So.
And you may have... This is one of his songs that has been quite widely covered. The most covered song by him that a lot of people might have heard is called Angel of Montgomery.
Of course, yes, I know that one. Really,
song, right?
Absolutely not.
So that's... No, oh, you don't? Fine. Okay, you got... Yeah, so... He's I guess he fitted in the country music scene, but again, slightly not the smooth and the smooth country and western, but more like Americana. I suppose more slightly. Anyway, he wrote loads of songs. He died sadly a few years ago. I put out would have turned 77 this year on the 10th of October, and I put out 7 songs as a tribute to him on YouTube. But the one I'm going to play now. It's one I often play when I'm performing live. It's often the song I open up with. It was the song I heard first that introduced me to John Prine. Actually, I heard it by another country singer called Nancy Griffiths performing it. And, I guess I fell in love with the song and the guy when I started to get into his music. So it's The Speed of the Sound of Loneliness.
The Speed of the Sound of Loneliness. Here on Radio Bath is Jol Rose.
come home late, you come home early. You come home, babe, when you're feeling small. You come home straight and you come home curly. Sometimes you don't come home at all. What in the hell has come over you? What in heaven's name have you done? You've broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. You're out there running, be on the run. I've got a heart that burns with a fever. I got a worried and a jealous mind. How a love that'll last forever. It left so far behind. What in the hell has come over you? What in heaven's name have you done? You've broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. You're out there running, be on the run. There's a mighty mean and a dreadful sorrow across that evil line of day. How will we talk about tomorrow? We ain't got one good word to say. What in the hell has come over you? What in heaven's name have you done? You've broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. You're out there running, be on the run. What in the hell has come over you? What in heaven's name have you done? You've broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. You're out there running, be on the run. You're out there running, be on the run.
Sounding fantastic again. There's a cover version there by the lovely Jol Rose here on Radio Bath. We're coming back with your quick fire round next, Joel. How you feeling about that?
Looking forward to it.
Good, I can't wait. Back with Joel right after this.
Made locally in Bath. This is Radio Bath.
So it's Richard Beauvoisin here until midday. I've had the wonderful Jol Rose here. How have you found the live lounge today, Joel?
Oh, it's been a struggle, my friend. But I've, with your positive encouragement, the positive vibes coming from you, Richard, are unsurpassed. So thanks, man, for your warm welcome.
You're very kind. I've taken a few videos which I'll give to you, okay, of yourself performing, and we mentioned before about the fact that it's kind of a different environment in here. It's not a live place or anything. You're just performing to me, and I always feel very fortunate because I get my own private concert. But I'm guessing, a little bit intimidating because I'm just here staring at you.
I've noticed this when you're especially if you're in a small gig, and I've noticed when I've been watching people and I look at them, performer avoids eye contact, and I know when I was playing here with you in the studio, I had my eyes shut, which when I'm playing live, I almost never do. I'm always looking at the audience, but it's quite. I guess it could be quite intense.
Yeah.
If I was staring deep into your eyes.
We could just stare deep into each other's eyes through the microphones. Right, it's quick fire round then. So you don't get access to these questions, do you, Joel?
I don't.
You've no idea what's coming up.
Idea.
There are 11 questions. The first one I have told you, as I tell everybody, and that is, what is your favourite ice cream?
It's got to be mint chocolate chip.
Mint chocolate chip. Any particular make at all?
I'm not an expert with makes, but if I get a Scoops and I see the mint ice cream with the chocolate chips in it, that'll be the one.
That's yours for every time. Do you ever vary from it at all? Or is it that scenario? Because like when we go to Wagamama's, myself and Zoe, my wife, I know what she's going to order. She looks at the menu. I don't know why she looks at the menu. She always orders the chicken katsu curry. Okay, every single time, without fail. We don't go that often, so every time she goes, I know I like it, I'm going to have it. Similar, I don't go to an ice cream shop that often. So do you go every time and go, I'm going to have the choc mint?
See, if I'm honest, I don't often get ice cream like that. So I can't think when I do. If I go to one of those... like a corner shop, then I tend to go for they Feast, the one with the chocolate bit in the middle, and the... So I would, if I was one of those gelataria, what are they called? Gelateria? I definitely. I mean, I quite like the ones where you get 2 or 3 scoops and you can have it. I'll go for a fruity sorbet. That would be my second choice. Okay. I like those fruity sorbets.
I'll be honest, this is the most I've ever talked about ice cream, but I'm loving it. It's all good. Right, we're going to move on.
People, I mean, I am not, as you can, I'm not, but some people that is their thing.
Oh, yeah.
And as I say, when I lived in Germany, it was the south of Germany, they have the Italian influence, and they've got these, I'm saying it wrong, gelataria, these ice cream.
Ice cream shops.
Ice cream shops. People go throughout the year, and all they do is go in and they choose from 40 or 50 different flavours of ice cream.
We had a very weird scenario. We were putting out our Christmas lights the other day, and it was, I reckon, 4 degrees outside. It was absolutely Baltic cold. Wind was howling. And we heard the sound. We were like, that sounds like an ice cream van. And it was. And I'm thinking, who is buying ice cream in this weather? But there we go. Right, we're going to move on. Are you tidy or messy?
I asked you before we start this round, is this the one you weren't answering? You kind of said no. Because this is what I am.
Go on.
I make a huge mess and I have to tidy up.
Okay.
So I want to say I'm tidy, but in the process of doing anything, I am very messy. But I can't let it lie.
Okay. So you're messy but like to be tidy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a wannabe tidy.
We all want to be tidy, but some of us just aren't. Love or hate roller coasters?
Well, I always used to hate them, and I really, from a child's experience, I think I got very sick on something like that. And when I was living in Germany, and I went to the Oktoberfest, which has a big fun fair there, and we'd had a few beers, and then decided to go to the fun fair, and we'd met a bunch of people, and my friend who had come to visit me, he said, "Oh, we're all going to go on the roller coaster," and to save face, I didn't want to chicken out, so I went on the roller coaster. It was one of the big ones. You go up and up and up, and then you go
down and down and down.
Yeah, I suppose that's what they do. Okay, fine. I'm not an expert on roller coasters either. I had a great time, so I realised I quite like them, but I think I probably like them better when I have had some ale.
Some ale. The weird thing about Oktoberfest, I've done it once in my life, many, many years ago, and we'll talk about that another occasion. the weird thing is, it's in September, isn't it?
Yes, correct.
So, yeah, I thought I'd missed it. But, it's actually in Oktoberfest is in September in Germany.
Yeah, at some point, it was originally October, and at some point, 100 years ago, they changed it.
There we go. Right, do you hang your toilet roll over the top or behind the back?
See, that, I'm glad you asked me that.
Are you?
I mean, there is, to me, it's not like, do you hang it? There is a right way and a wrong way.
Tell me your right way,
The
then.
right way has to be out the front. I mean, it makes absolutely no sense to me at all. And I go round, if I'm at someone else's loo and it's the hanging wrong way, I will turn it round. It's like, there's absolute no sense to have the toilet going. It's going along the wall. It's hanging off the wall. I just don't understand it.
Do you know what? You're a man after my own heart. I'd do exactly the same thing. And round the right way is round the front. There is a patent
It has to be,
for it.
surely.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? But there we
Has
go.
anyone answered the other? Does anyone think it's the right way to go around the back?
Some people don't care.
Yeah.
Other
okay.
people don't have a toilet roll holder and it's just sat on the
Okay.
top of the toilet. But,
But
in the
no one
main,
actually thinks it's right to hang around the back.
some
I
people
hope.
have never even thought about it. That's all I'm saying. I shall not
I mean,
mention any names.
I know we're not political here, but I do blame our education system here.
Well,
because young people are growing up with no understanding of how toilet rolls should be hung.
Well, on that note, we're going to move to the next question. Do you eat your chocolate from the fridge or from the cupboard?
Depends where it is. I'm not fussy.
You're not fussy, fair enough.
I mean, we don't tend to put chocolate in the fridge, so it tends to be out of the cupboard. But if it is in the fridge, I will definitely eat it from the fridge.
You'll still eat it wherever it's from. I thought it was quite a clever thing, is that I don't eat biscuits very often, but I did buy a pack of biscuits which had chocolate in them, and I've put them in the fridge with the safe knowledge that my lovely wife Zoe is not going to touch them.
Oh,
They're on show, you see, and I know she's not going to eat them because she likes chocolate from the cupboard.
And she hasn't taken a couple out
No.
and left them to decool.
They're all mine, and I've eaten the lot. Right, do you make your bed in the morning?
Yeah.
Yeah, why do you make your bed in the morning then?
Well, it's that, what I said earlier about wanting to be tidy. It's an order. I like, although I feel my life is chaotic, I do anything I can to bring order to it. And so stretching a duvet half straight and getting the pillows on the right end sort of it's a modicum of effort.
It's the least you can do.
The least you can do.
And the follow-up question is always, do you have any cushions on your bed?
Not if I can help it, no.
And that is the correct answer. What is your favourite breakfast?
Well, you've got really good questions here.
I've done this a while.
So, I mean, I tend to eat muesli, but that's because I think it's healthy, I think. It's not my favourite. I'd much rather have, some kind of like hot pancakes, bacon, what's that, maple syrup, hash browns, all that stuff. I mean, that would be my favourite, but I indulge in that this kind of stuff very, very seldom.
You have it once in a while. But so hot pancakes, some bacon and some maple syrup.
Yeah.
That sounds good. You can go for that. Right, this is always the pressure question, okay, for any live lounge guest, all right? So are you ready for this?
See, you're setting it up now,
I am
aren't
setting
you?
it up, absolutely. So what is your go-to karaoke song?
So it used to be, to be fair, I haven't done karaoke before, but it used to be, baby, let me be your loving teddy bear. It used to be that one.
Okay. Elvis, Teddy Bear.
I just want to be your teddy bear. Yeah, that's the one it used to be. And so maybe that would be that one.
And there you go. See, the thing I always then ask is, will you give a rendition? And all live lounge guests, but you just cracked on with it, which is fantastic. Right, favourite TV programme or film?
Oh, well, I'm going to go for film because I'm not a big TV watcher.
Go for it.
And I do have a top 10 or so that I watch over and over again. I'm trying to think of one that I'm going to give you now because I can't really work out. So can I give you two?
You can give me two.
I'll give you two because one
you.
is the JFK Kevin Costner movie.
Okay.
It was a real eye-opener. It's a beautifully crafted film. And the other is With Nell and I, which is a timeless gem of dramatic comedy.
What was that?
With Nell and I.
With Nell and I.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God, you haven't seen it?
No.
Oh, you have. All your listeners are going, Richard, you haven't seen With Nell. So With Nell and I.
I am making a note on my phone now.
It is it's. I'm going to say it's a cult classic. It's a classic as well. Every scene is a winner. I'm fascinated to know what you think of it.
I will absolutely have a watch of that.
Yeah.
Right, 2 questions to go then. If you came back in your next life as an animal, which one would you be and why?
Oh, I thought you were going to get some options then.
No, just anything.
Well, I'm going to go for a dormouse because they're really, really cute. They're tiny little things. They're the only mouse, believe it or not, in Britain at least, that has got a furry tail. All the others have got kind of scaly or bare naked tails. And they're endangered, so I think one more would be good for the population.
A dormouse. I've never had that answer before. I love that answer. That is so good. You didn't say a cat, which I'm very pleased by.
And although I love cats, a dormouse, I only recently realised it's spelled D-O-R. It's not like door as in the shut the door, please.
It's not. Now, my wife, again, just branching off ever so quickly, she's just got into a Facebook page which she keeps showing me the photos of, and the Facebook page is called I Love Cows. Have you ever heard of that Facebook page?
No, I can't say I do.
All I'd suggest is never type that into your phone, okay, because all you're then going to get up is cute cows. And she kept showing me cows. I'm like, it's just a cow. But
well, you say don't type in my phone. My phone's here. It's on silent, but it's listening to you. It knows. But I mean, I don't know. Instagram, my girlfriend follows quite a few, but now I've got it as well now. Is these cat videos, which are quite addictive. They are very cute.
Oh, I Love Cows is right along that same vein. It really is. And your last question, Jol Rose, and that is, where is your happy place?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's a lot of options there, but I'm going to say in a little woodland in the middle of Wales.
Oh, why in the middle of Wales then?
Well, they've got some beautiful woodlands there and rolling hills that you can look out over.
Beautiful. Have you taken your guitar and your harmonica with you?
Without doubt.
Absolutely. That sounds like a beautiful place to be. Jol, thank you so much for coming on Radio Bath today. I hope you've enjoyed it.
It's been delightful, and thank you. And thank you also for not asking me the question that I was asked on the high street the other day. And I think it's the obvious question, but it's way, way below what the quality of your show is. I'll ask you is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Oh, that good old one. So the answer to that for me is it was filmed at Christmas time, but it's not a Christmas movie.
Oh, okay, there you go.
So I'm going with that answer.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
There are Christmas trees in it, but it's hardly Love Actually, is it?
It's not. Or White Christmas.
Or White Christmas.
Shall we sing a duet of White Christmas to go out? You could fade this out as a...
We could.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know.
And I think we'll hold it there, shall we? Jol Rose, it's been amazing. Thank you for being on Radio Bath, and I hope to see you again very soon.
Thanks, Richard. Thanks for having me.